Good morning. All right, guys, we're starting just as usual. Nice wide stance. Arms are going to lift up towards the ceiling. You're going to drop it down into a squat like we normally do. Call them the butterfly squats. So with this, remember your weight doesn't need to be forward on your toes. You want it to be sinking back into your heels as you just come down into this loose squat. All right, you're not doing anything too fancy. It's just back and forth. You can go as deep as you want. If your knees are bothering you or you need a little bit more time to warm up, then that's okay. Go low or not low. Breathe. Also, don't worry if your arms are not coordinated to what your legs are doing, because I took a long time for me to even get them coordinated to be going down and up the way they are. So just move whole body. Get yourself nice and warmed up. Breathe. Notice that my feet are slightly turned out too. That's just really comfortable for me. I don't usually squat with my feet going straight forward, not right now at least. So again, toes can be slightly pointed out. Breathe. Big stretch at the top. Remember, weight in your heels. Weight always in your heels. Breathe back and forth. Let's pick it up a little bit. Go a little bit faster. Deep breathing. Deep breathing. Back and forth. Back and forth. You can go up onto your toes if you want to. Do a little pop squat if you want to. We're going to be doing these later in the workout, so if you don't do them right now, don't worry. You'll get to do them later too. Breathe. Keep going. Squeezing those glutes at the top. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hands right into the middle. Pressing palms together. Close your eyes. I want you to inhale, lengthen that spine. Exhale, pull all of your weight down your spine into the back of your legs, all the way down into your heels. Inhale, lift. Exhale, let the weight drop. So I'm not slumping forward as I'm exhaling. I want you to imagine that your shoulder blades are pulling down your back. That's what I mean when I say I'm dropping my weight down. So I'm drawing my shoulder blades down my back, lifting up, drawing down. Lift up, draw down. Just regaining complete control of your breathing. One more up. And down. All right, come to the end of your mat. Reach nice and tall up towards the ceiling. Reaching, reaching, reaching. Breathe. Hinge from your hips forward. Come down into a plank. Go ahead and push yourself back into a down dog. Remember, you want your hip or your tailbone to be untucked, so not tucked in like this, but untucked. My knee has been bothering me, the back of my knee. So I'm going to bend my knees for any down dogs that we do. If you have tight hamstrings, you can do this anyways. You don't have to have your legs perfectly straight. I'm just doing it because my knee has been bothering me, so I don't want to overstretch the back part of my knee. So again, I am just keeping my legs bent, push the ground away, breathe. Good, nice straight line from your hands to your tailbone, ears between your shoulder blades. Go ahead and take your left leg, send it straight back. Breathe, and then sweep it through to your left hand, open up towards that left leg. Rotate elbow towards your other elbow, open up. Elbow rotating in and opening. Rotate in and open. Rotate in, open. In and open. down, left hand down. Right hand is now opening up and away. Drop to your knee if you need to. Breathe. Let's rotate this. Elbow in towards your elbow. Breathe. Good. Try and rotate from your torso. 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring that arm down. Let's bring that leg back. Come back into down dog. Holding again. Breathe. Remember, I'm just keeping my legs bent because of the back of my knee. So feel free to straighten out those legs if you can. Keep that tailbone untucked as you're creating a line from your fingertips to your tailbone. Breathe. Let's take our right leg, send it straight back. Right leg comes up, opening up towards that right leg. Breathe. Hold, and elbow to elbow, twist and open, twist, open, twist, open, twist, open. Good, keep going. Breathe. In and out of the movement. 2 more. 1 and 2. All right, bring this hand down. Open up. Again, drop to that knee if you need to. Breathe. Back and forth, elbow to elbow. Good. Keep going. 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Hand comes down. Bring that leg back. Come back into down dog. Ears between your shoulders. Breathe. Keep that tailbone untucked. Good. Now walk your hands back to your feet. Come all the way up. Stretch up. Hinge from your hips. Walk out into a plank. Hold. But don't let your hips sag. I want you to keep it tucked. So your tailbone is tucked. Okay, so you're going to have a little bit of a rounded back while you do these. Consider this like a hollow hold plank. Okay, then walk back to your feet. Leg, arms lengthen up towards the ceiling. Hinge from your hips. Walk back out to a plank. Keep that tailbone tucked. Those lower abs engaged. Walk it back. Breathe up. Hinge forward. Walk it down. Tailbone tucked. Breathe. Walk it back. Lifting up again. Down. Tailbone tucked. We got 5 more. Walk it back. Lift up. Hinge forward. Tailbone tucked. Walk it back. Breathe. Come forward. Tailbone tucked. Breathe. These planks always look like they're being done the wrong way, but for this, you're actually getting a little bit more core activation than just holding a standard plank. You're keeping more tension in your abs, so make sure that tailbone is tucked. Breathe. Push the ground away. Walk it back. Up. Breathe. Hold. Tuck that tailbone. Walk it back. And breathe. Take a second here. Put your hands in front of your chest, just like we did in the very beginning. Close your eyes. Inhale, lengthen that spine up towards the ceiling. Exhale, draw those shoulder blades down your back. Weight is in your heels. Lengthen and relax. Breathe up, down. Try to do a 2-second inhale and a 4-second exhale through your lips. Good, keep breathing up. Exhale down. All right, loosen up those arms. You can keep your eyes closed or you can open them up. You're just swinging them back and forth. Breathe. All the way up, down, and up. Now when you're doing it up, I don't want your back to curve, so keep that tailbone tucked. Keep a nice stable core, so you don't want to be sticking your butt out. Tuck that tailbone under, that little, it's a posterior pelvic tilt, where it's a no-butt, as I like to call it. The no-butt tilt is you're squeezing that tailbone in towards you. Keeps a nice, stable core. If you want to test your mobility on your shoulders for handstands, this is one that you should do regularly where your tailbone is tucked like this, because this is the position you need to hold for a handstand and not this. So this is a good exercise to help build your handstand strength and mobility in your shoulders. Breathe. Drop those arms. All right, we're doing more walkouts. So we're going to come forward again, so hinge from those hips. This time we're adding in like two different movements, but in a way 3. So you're going to come down into a plank. You're going to be active. Take your left leg, bring it in towards your left hand, bring it back. Come into right. Now you notice I went into a down dog. You can go into a down dog if you want, switching between legs, but you're going to be doing a push-up once you're done on both sides. So if you come into down dog, afterwards just come back into a plank. Okay, or you can hold a plank the whole time. You don't have to go all the way into down dog. All right, so after those are done on each side, you're going to come into a push-up, either on your toes or on your knees. Leg comes up, come back, right leg up, back, back. I kind of use the momentum a little bit. I mean, it's controlled of a down dog. So I do kind of rock back into a down dog just a little bit. Breathe, come forward. Remember, drop to your knees if you need to. Kind of find a rhythm within the motion. Breathe. Your elbows are not super wide. They're not glued to your sides either. They're kind of in that happy little medium. It should feel like a neutral push-up. Breathe, back, forth, push-up, back, forth, push-up, breathe, back, forth. Drop to your knees at any point. We got 5 more push-ups. Breathe. That's 5. 4. Keep going, y'all got it. 3. 2. 1. Ooh, come into a child's pose. Rest that head on the ground. Arms can come back behind you or in front. Up to you. Breathe. Remember, 2 seconds in, 4 seconds exhaling through your lips. Good, breathe. more breaths. All right, we're gonna go back into it. We're gonna do another round, okay? So you're gonna come forward, left leg, left hand, back, right hand. Push up. Try and get that chest to touch the ground. Don't give me any cheater push-ups. Touch it to the ground. It's okay to do it on your knees if you need to. Form over everything else. Breathe in and out of the movement. Go as slow as you need to. Breathe. Come on, guys. We got 5 more, Ness. 5. 4. 3. Come on, 2 more. 2. Last one. Ooh, drop to those knees. And child's pose. Regain control of that breath. Breathe, breathe, breathe. 2 seconds in, 4 seconds out. Good. Keep breathing. Give me 2 more breaths. All right, go ahead and come all the way up onto your feet. Breathe all the way up. Take a second in case your blood rushed to your head. All right, I'm gonna face y'all as I do this next one because it's gonna be a little bit of a curtsy lunge into a sumo squat, into a sumo pop squat. I'm doing lots of things. I just wanna add all the movements in today. So what you're gonna be doing, stand up nice and tall, shoulder blades, drawing down your back. Make sure you're not hunching forward. You don't wanna drop your chest. So you wanna keep it nice and open as you move through these movements. So as you do a curtsy lunge, we're gonna take our right leg, we're gonna send it back behind. So you can see it from this side, back behind this leg. It doesn't need to be like a deep curtsy lunge. So again, if you have any knee issues or they just feel a little uncomfortable doing it, don't go as deep. It doesn't have to be like a full curtsy lunge. When you're in a curtsy lunge, it's almost like your knee is just inside where your ankle of that front leg is. You don't want to have it too close. You want to be able to have a nice 90-degree angle with this front leg. So if you can see from the side, 90-degree angle, this knee is just outside this leg, okay, by like a couple of inches. So if you don't want to do the whole thing, just go down a little bit, get into the position, and then come back up from there, all right? So full movement, down, step wide into a sumo, so you'll have to adjust your foot position. Come down onto your toes. Okay, if that feels uncomfortable, bring it in. It doesn't have to be a sumo, but I want to focus a little bit on our inner thighs, so I thought I would add in a sumo instead of a regular squat. You can, of course, do a regular squat. So when you come down, weight in your heels as you transition, and then onto your toes. Okay, down, here, sumo, toes, sumo, curtsy. All right, that's what we're gonna be doing, full motion. So get into position, breathe. Let's take our right leg back, step wide, sumo, toes, sumo, curtsy. Sumo wide, toes, sumo, curtsy. Breathe back and forth. Keep that chest lifted. Breathe. Do it with control. So if you need to go slower through the movements, then do it. Breathe. Just remember, weight is in your heels. 5, 4, breathe. 3, 2, 1. We're gonna go all the way back. Woo, good job. And breathe. Close your eyes, put your hands in front of your heart if you want to. Get control of that breathing before we move on to the other side. Deep inhales in, long. Exhales out. Give this leg a little bit of a break before we start. Calm that central nervous system down. We'll start in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This time, this leg is going to be the focus, so our left leg is going to be going back behind us. Okay, so send it back, sumo, down, top squat down, send it back. Breathe. For some reason, it's a lot easier for me to do this side. I'm way more coordinated on this side, it feels like. Remember to keep that chest lifted as you get tired. I was too ahead of myself there. After I just said I was coordinated on this side. Breathe. Y'all got it. Let's go. Got 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, all the way back. My legs are like giving out on me right now. All right, close your eyes, hands in the middle. Deep inhaling up, long exhale out. You can also shake out your arms if you want to, if you don't want to hold them in front of your chest. Breathe. Let's catch that breathing. All right, if you have a wall nearby, you can do this on a wall and make it into a wall sit. If you are not close to a wall, then you will just hold a chair pose instead. And so a wall sit is great if you have any kind of knee problems to still work your quads without overloading them too much. All right, so next thing we're doing is just a hold. That's it. Either on the wall or chair hold. So chair hold, feet can be together. I usually do mine not quite together. I usually do it hip width apart. That's just the trainer in me that makes me want to do it that way. The yoga way is to keep those feet together. So you can choose whichever way works for you. You'll sink back into your heels. Arms stay lifted. Okay, that's option 1. We're gonna be holding this for like a minute, so just keep that in mind. The second option, find a wall, walk out, slide down, and come to parallel, okay, to the ground. Heel stacked underneath my knee, and we're holding. So get into position. I will time y'all. Not gonna go off of my memory for this one. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find your position, wall or chair hold. And we're just holding it. Wall sits always look so calm and comfortable. When I make my clients do this, they're always so, it doesn't even, I'm like, oh, they can go for longer. Once you actually do it yourself, you realize how wonderful they are. And I say wonderful very sarcastically. All right, guys, breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. We got this. We are past halfway right now. We're only gonna do one of these holds, guys, so give it your all. Push, 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 push. Make these legs work today. 15 seconds. Breathe. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. If you're in chair pose, you don't have to slide to the ground like me. That's how you know it was a good one. All right, take a second. Breathe, breathe, breathe. We're coming all the way down to the mat on the next one, so that's the good news. We are not doing another round of those because we have more stuff to do. So we're coming all the way down onto the ground. We're gonna give our quads a bit of a break for a second. You can sit, let them relax. Did y'all like those? Were they good? Did they burn as much as it did for me, or is it just me? All right, so these next ones that we're gonna do is kind of like this side plank. I call them hip dips. You can actually also do this up against a wall. And I'm gonna post a video on my YouTube. This next week I'm gonna start posting tutorial videos of pose breakdowns, like really short, 5 or under 10 minutes. So keep an eye out for that. But I talk about things you can do up against the wall to help with your hip health. All right, so you're gonna come all the way down into a side plank position. Elbow is stacked underneath your shoulder. Legs are like you're gonna do the, those clamshells. It's kind of like what your legs are gonna be like, or at least the bottom leg. The other leg is gonna be extended straight out. Breathe. You're gonna come up and squeeze your glutes. Now, you could make it harder, and this leg could be stacked on top. And when you come into it, you squeeze. You can also open this up and really work out both sides of your legs. So either here, squeezing, coming down, or the harder variation, coming up, opening, and squeezing your hips forward. Okay, so come down, come up, squeeze those hips forward. Breathe. I'm keeping my feet together, but you don't have to keep your feet together. You can easily do it like this, leg comes up. Breathe. Squeeze those glutes. Your side booty is what you are working. Breathe. Nice and slow and controlled. Look as I come down, but I'm trying to do it slowly and controlled. 3, 2, and 1. Woo, and breathe. All right, take a second, give your shoulder a little bit of a break. We're doing 2 movements back to back. So we're going to be doing this one, and then we're doing something for our inner thigh. So you're going to come back down onto your mat. This one does require a little bit of flexibility, so I'll try to bring it down for you so it's not so intimidating. But this leg, now that was bent, is going to extend out. This leg that is on front or on top is going to come in front. And if you can, walk this foot as close to the top of this bottom leg as you can. If you can't get it quite that far, you can go a little bit further back. But from here, you're lifting that leg and you're holding. All right, so hold, 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 and down. Breathe, and I'm holding onto my ankle just to help me get into position. All right, lift up, hold, 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 and down. Breathe up, hold, 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 and down, up, hold, hold, hold. 2 more. Hold, hold, hold. 1 more hold. Up. Breathe and down. Now pulse it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And relax. Take a second. You can roll onto your back like I am. You also don't have to. I'm going to move my position so I can face y'all. We're going on to the other side. All right, so switching legs. For you, you can just turn around, but I want to face y'all, so I'm completely turning around. Legs are bent like you're about to do that clamshell movement. Breathing. Elbows stacked underneath your shoulder. Coming up. And open. Down. Open. Down. Up. Down. Remember, use that hip. You're using that side glute to drive your power up, and you're pushing your hips forward when you get to the top of the motion. Squeeze those glutes. Breathe. If you're not feeling it enough, make sure your knee is close enough to you, so it's not like back down here. Okay, you need to make sure it has been close enough to you. Breathe. Up. Keep going. 3 more. 3, 2, and last 1. Come down. Extend that bottom leg. Bring that top leg over. Like I said, I like to hold on to the ankle. Lifting up, hold, hold, and down. Lift up, hold. Good, and down. Lift up, and down. Up, and down. Up, and down. Let's go up, down. 2 more. Up. Breathe. Down. Up. Down. And pulse it out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Breathe. Oh, good job. Come onto your back. Bring your feet together. This is called cobbler's pose. But we are doing a hip bridge with this. I'm all about the legs today and the glutes. It's one of my favorite things to work in yoga. I don't know, the mobility and strength that you can blend with it is just amazing. All right, so feet together, knees dropped apart. Squeeze those glutes up towards the ceiling. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down. A quick 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up for a 5-second hold. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. Quick 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up for another 5-second hold. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. Last quick 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Breathe. Legs are bent. Knees now fall in towards one another. My feet are on the edge of the mat. Knees falling in. Arms can be like a cactus. Arms can also be on my stomach. Breathe. Good. Two more. Nice slow breaths in and out. Roll up nice and slow. This next part is a bit of a mobility. We're on the cool down now, although this one can get quite intense. You're going to bring your leg forward into a kneeling position, making sure this leg, knee is over ankle, and I'm leaning forward into this knee. So this knee is not stacked over my hip. I am here. I'm going to hold onto my foot. So it's glued, and I'm going to let my knee fall out to the side. So what that would look like facing y'all is I'm here, gluing my foot down, but my knee is falling to the side. Normally you want to let your foot go with it, but no, you don't want to do that. We're stretching our hip socket. All right, so leaning in. Again, that back leg is not stacked underneath your hip. You're leaning forward. Let this knee fall to the side. Breathe. Now rock back in your hips from the side so you can see it. Rocking back into my hips, so I'm still driving that knee out to the side, holding this foot down so it does not move. And now I'm going to allow this back knee to be stacked under my hip. You could go a little bit further than that if you want to, but remember that knee has to be falling out to the side. If you don't, I don't want you to bring it back in. It needs to stay falling out. Lean back. And breathe. Bring it forward. And then back. Whole time my knee is to the side. This is actually stretching or mobility movement for your hip socket. So we're massaging different areas within our hip socket. All right, let's switch legs. Right leg now. Well, for me, right leg. You may start with your right leg. All right, lean into it. Remember, you're leaning into it, holding that foot down, letting this leg drop to the side. Breathe. And you're not like letting your hips go all the way. Your hips are still driving forward, and you're trying to just keep it controlled that just your knee is falling to the side. You might find that one side is just a lot tighter. That's normal. That is normal. I definitely have one tighter hip than the other. Breathe. Lean back. Keep that knee drawing out to the side. Ooh, like this one feels a lot tighter when I go back. And so, for instance, I might not actually be able to go as far back on this one with keeping my knee where I want it to be. Good, breathe. Now just rocking back and forth. Remember, keep that knee out to the side. Rocking back and forth. This is probably one of the hip stretches that I most recommend that you do. So good for your hips. Breathe. All All right, bring it back. And y'all are done. You are finished. You made it through. Thank y'all for watching and joining class today. If you would like to have a little bit of a guided meditation, I have a video of that on my IGTV, and I will be uploading one to YouTube one of these days. I keep saying that, but I promise I will. If you would like to donate to help these classes keep going, I am very much appreciative. It is not necessary, but it's very loved if you do. But again, not necessary. I just want y'all to enjoy the class with me. All right, guys, all of these videos too are all on my YouTube. I started a YouTube channel and I'm posting all of my live videos on there. So if you missed one and you want to go back and see one, that channel is on, there's links to the donation buttons and that YouTube channel all on my bio. So if you're interested in any of that information, go over to my bio and check it out. All right, y'all have a wonderful weekend. Thank y'all for joining. Bye.